guys, welcome back. It's actually, I'm wearing my black belt this week.
We coordinated too.
We upgraded. Got the black geese.
You got the memo, I see.
We're finally getting this thing figured out. So hopefully not too many more weeks left of these quarantine videos, but we do want to throw a few more techniques at you while we're here. So if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments what you want to see. And this week, Justin's going to hit us up with some more.
Week 6.
Week 6, yes,
yeah.
Week 6 now. So
yeah, got some more attacks from open guard this time. We're going to work a little lasso guard, a couple sweeps, and a couple of options from
awesome.
there. Yep.
Super excited. Let's get to it.
Okay, so open guard. We'll start off from guard. Some options here that if you got your opponent is stalling, you're not able to get a sweep or start to attack from your closed guard. Sometimes it's good to kind of open your guard up and starting to open the game up, thus opening your opponent up for some submissions and or sweeps. So I'm going to start with getting to the lasso guard from closed guard. So we're kind of at a stalemate here, and this is the option that I want to maybe start opening up my guard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grip both sleeves. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to take 4 fingers with a thumb inside, and I'm going to curl it up here. That gives me a nice strong grip. I'm going to do that on both sleeves here, giving me good control over both his limbs, okay? Then I'm going to open my guard and I'll move my feet to his hips. And I'm going to come in with my knees on the inside. Okay, this is kind of the first setup from here. I want to make sure that I'm keeping him at bay. I don't want to be putting my knee across on the other side of his head because he'll start to smash and start to pass. I really want to kind of imagine my legs as crosshairs of a rifle, and I want to keep him in between. As soon as I start getting over here, I'm going to start compromising myself. Okay, so I got one knee kind of lined up with his shoulder here, the other one's on the hip, both on the hip here, and I'm ready to set up the lasso. What I like to do is I like to bring him out, and I'm going to shoot my hip out this way. I'm going to bring my foot inside and go all the way to hook his back. And when I do that, I'm also going to bring him in, and I'm going to turn my palm up and my elbow nice and tight to the ground. This really locks it in place. Once I get it here, I'm going to just simply shift my hips back again, and look at his posture is already starting to bend. Okay, another little key detail is when I bring him in, I keep his wrist past the threshold of my thigh. Because his escape from here, if you can come around here, Jay, his escape from here, if I don't have this deep enough, he's going to rotate his wrist under, stretch out my fingers, and break open my grip. Okay? So really key details. When I get this hook behind his shoulder blade, that I pull him in, and I pull his wrist past the threshold of my thigh. Lock my elbow to the ground, turn my palm up, and now I'm ready to sweep. The first sweep I'm going to show you is kind of the go-to. I think it's called the elevation sweep. I'm going to take this foot. I'm actually going to start to put it on this side of his body. Okay, this is going to give him the illusion that he can start to pass. He starts to come this way. I'm going to hook the leg and I'm going to rotate him over. Okay. So let's go through that from the top again. Okay, again, I'm in close guard. I'm going to get my grips. I'm going to open my guard, knees in. Sometimes I need to play here for a little bit. He's going to start coming with pressure. I'm going to extend my hips and make sure that I'm keeping him at a safe distance and tension on the arms. Okay? Once we settle, I'm going to loosen this one here, shoot my hips out. Foot's going to come inside, hook the shoulder blade. Pull him in again. Pulling his wrist past the threshold of my thigh, locking my elbow, and turning my palm up. Now I can square back up. He's already starting to lean. Taking this foot to the other side of his body, he starts to rotate around, hook the leg, send him over. And I can come right into mount, or I can mount other attacks. There's a bicep slicer there, which I'm not going to cover because that's for brown belt and above anyway in tournament style. But that's sweep number one. Okay, so option number two from the lasso is the same setup. I'm going to grip the sleeves. I'm going to open up my guard, feet on the hips. Okay, as soon as I'm ready, I'm going to pick a side. I'm going to hip out, nice and deep, pull him in, lock the elbow. The other foot I'm going to take from his hip onto his bicep. Okay, and I'm going to start to lean him this way. When I do get him over on this way, I'm going to pull this out and extend. It's almost like a scissor sweep. Okay, so again, same setup. Get the lasso in, foot on the bicep. Start leaning this way. The reason I'm leaning this way is so that I can start to pull this foot out, and I'm going to actually aim for the bottom part of his leg as I extend this one. Now look at his balance. I simply just do a simple scissor sweep motion, and I can come into the mount position. Okay? One likely scenario is he's going to resist that. Okay? I'm going to get him to sweep, but he's going to try to fight back for the top position. Okay? So the option there is pretty cool. Okay, foot on the bicep, start leaning that way, and pulling it out, taking him over. He starts to fight to climb back in. I can lock him right into a triangle. So that's the option there. So let's do that one more time. Okay, set up. Lasso's in, nice and tight. Foot on the bicep. Start leaning them this way. Extend. He comes to fight back in. Oh, we're into a triangle. Sorry, I elbowed too. You can also elbow. Okay, so that was a good couple options from the open guard into the lasso guard. Super effective. If you do it properly, it's really, really hard to defend. Obviously, there is a counter, but that's in another week that we can show you that. But that gives you a couple options, and thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe. Let us know what you'd like to see, anything that you're working on, and we can try to cover it. Until next week.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.